We finally made it, guys. We're here at the 10th and final episode of Season 1 of Suicide Squad Isekai. And this time around, the Suicide Squad must band together with some of this imposters, villains, and armies and trying to all team up together to try and take down this imposter queen who has been ruling the land for eternity or something like that. I don't know. The queen, I will say this, had potential with the mystery they've been building up to. Then they made this new character, and I don't know, I just don't find myself as interested anymore. Like, she became a generic power-hungry bad guy. And since then, she has not been an interesting character. She hasn't done the most interesting things. And I found myself pretty bored whenever we cut to her as she just spits out some of the most generic bad guy talk ever. Even though she does pose a formidable physical threat as a character herself. Had a lot of promise at the start. But once the ending came around, it just became... nah. Like, I thought she was going to be cool at first with the new twist that they're leaning towards, like I didn't see it coming. But here, she just felt generic in this episode, and I just found myself not really enjoying her character anymore. And that was very unfortunate. But other than that, this episode is where I could tell all the budget and passion went into this entire series, because my god, this episode was a blast to watch. Still, I found myself thoroughly entertained with the characters, how they use the Isekai genre to their advantage to create some new techniques and moves and designs for the characters. It was just a whole lot of fun, and the action here is some of the best in this entire series. Wit Studios knocked out of the park here with some fantastic animation, great character designs, and fluid movements that just made the action feel alive. And the humor worked into many of these action sequences, especially one joke with Enchantress that got me to chuckle quite a bit. I thought was worked out pretty well, and it made the whole scenario a lot of fun to watch, but there's still a sense of dread with the characters and the possibility of them not winning and losing their mission. But once a certain item is received by Deadshot and he gives this item out to his fellow squad members, man, this entire fight sequence was just one fantasy fan's dream come to life, mixed in with a lot of DC elements and characters, and it was just a blast to watch. The overall ending, I gotta say, I'm gonna spoil this part, so I'm sorry, but here's the biggest spoiler. The ending where Joker comes into the fold to set up Season 2 after everyone has defeated this imposter queen, I think is very exciting. Because I guess the one thing that I didn't like about this queen, not just the fact that she's an uninteresting character. She's an uninteresting, to my knowledge, original character. I don't recognize her from DC, and I don't recognize her from any other shows or movies, so yeah, to me, she just seemed to be an original character. Joker is someone with a lot of history, especially with the character of Harley Quinn, and we see that history built up throughout his entire first season. So him coming in as a main antagonist of the second season is an interesting idea. Not to mention the fact that for some reason a lot of these Suicide Squad projects that translate from the comics to the films don't utilize the Joker all that much. The 2016 film tried to, but he was not main antagonist there. Since then, really not much of Joker with the Suicide Squad. You would assume that, considering that Harley Quinn is a part of the squad, and that could create a lot of great tension. So him coming into the fold in Season 2 leaves a lot of interesting ideas to be put on the table, and I'm very excited about that. But all in all, this concludes a really fun series still. At first it was rocky, I was enjoying it, but it was trying to find its footing. But these later few episodes near the end of the season left a lot of promise for something crazier happening in season 2, but within themselves they were extremely fun, extremely wild. The humor was zany, the characters felt well fleshed out and realized. Is it perfect? No. Again, sometimes the animation can be a tiny bit sloppy, and sometimes the show can be a little bit too relaxed and laid back and unfocused at times. But for the most part, I found myself having a lot of fun with these characters, with the music, with the humor, with the world that they are inhabiting. I hope that they're able to explore more of this world instead of just the kingdom area where they're at. So overall, this was a really fun show. Is it great? No. I can understand why some people may not like this show. But all in all, I still had a really good time with this episode and this season in general, and I'm going to give Suicide Squad Isekai Season 1 a B+. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.